Hey besties, welcome back to the Late Brunch Show with Taquira Peoples. I'm your host, Taquira Peoples, and this is Brunch. I hope you guys all are having an amazing day. This episode, we are talking about my relationship status, why I'm single, the factors that go into it, my thoughts and opinions about my love life, and all things about that. But before we get started, I just want to say, if you guys are watching the video version, you guys can also go listen to the audio version over on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music. There's a whole, the links are down below if you're watching on YouTube. But if you're if you are an audio listener, you can go watch the video version of this podcast over on my YouTube channel at Taquira Peoples. If you want to see me in person, not in person, but through a phone screen, basically. But before we get talking about my relationship status, which we are going to do, don't get me wrong, we've already hit that topic. I want to talk about a certain thing that has been giving me a lot of anxiety, and it's, my mom and I were joking around in the car, okay? I don't know if you guys ever heard, oh, what's your one thing? It's kind of like, if I were to be like, oh, your thing is that you take things too seriously, or do this. It's basically a way of calling someone out, but in a more fun, respectful way. Respectful. You get what I'm trying to say. And my mom goes, Taquira, your thing is that you're just a never satisfied person. And when she said that, it felt like a light bulb went off in my head, and I was like, she's not wrong. I am never satisfied, and I've been stressing out about it for the past 4 days since she told me that, because we were actually in Cleveland Saturday. We went to the art museum, and it was a 2-hour, almost 3-hour drive there. But on the way back, she said it literally as we were leaving out of Cleveland. So I had that whole basically 3-hour to 2-hour road trip to think about that, and I still am thinking about it constantly. It's one of those things where it's just damn, she didn't mean to hurt my feelings, but it hurt my feelings because it's true. And I've never had someone tell me that in person, you're never satisfied. And then obviously I did what you should not do, is to go on Google, and I started Googling, why aren't I satisfied in life? How do I become satisfied in life? And I already know that I have a very perfectionist way of living. Everything I do needs to be perfect. And one of the things that factor into never being satisfied is that everything needs to be perfect, and perfect doesn't exist. Am I saying that right? Perfect isn't real. And when I read that, I was like, frick, because I have this aspect that everything I do needs to be perfect. Everything needs to, let's say if this video isn't perfect, I need to scrap it and do it all over again. If I have a mindset of, my idea is better than yours because it's more thought out, my idea is perfect, and the other person's isn't, that's kind of rude to that person to just do what I want to do. And my mom also said that I'm very much like that. If my idea, if I have a thought in a way, if I want to do something, I'm gonna do it my way, and I don't want other people's opinions about it, because I feel like my opinion's perfect. I think my idea is perfect, and I think that I tend to take control of situations because I need to be in control to make sure everything goes how I want it to go, which is not fair to people around me. And if you guys also struggle with something like this, let me know how you guys handle it, because it is eating me alive. And I think this is another reason why I'm single. And let's just talk about that. So yes, I am single. The last time I dated someone, I believe it was in 10th grade. And I talk to guys. Don't get me wrong, I talk to guys all the time. That's a lie. I talk to guys at least 4 times a year. You know what I mean? But the last guy I talked to, last person I dated, it was in 10th grade. The last guy I talked to was back in March, which was the longest time I've talked to a guy in a very long time. So I will give myself a round of applause for that, besties. And I'm the reason why it didn't go well. And I know that. But my thing is, after 10th grade, I said in the other podcast episode, my best friend at the time, we're not friends no more, but like I said, I wish her nothing but the best. I hope she's thriving. Live your life. You know what I mean? I'm proud of you. Whatever you accomplished, good for you. But after my best friend left, I was just left with like no one. I didn't know who I was. I was very fake. And I was homeschooled a little bit into my 11th grade year because I didn't want to go back because I literally had no friends. Like, that person was literally the only friend I have. Which I know that's not fair because I do have friends, but we were never close. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Does that make sense? Like, I have friends, but they're more like acquaintances to me. I feel like I never truly was myself with my friends. And so, that's a whole other situation. Anyways, so I went on a self-love journey in 11th grade, like the summer of leading up to 11th grade. I really found myself and I loved myself. And then also during that time, there's a guy who we're just gonna call Jake, okay? There's a guy named Jake. And I met him and we talked all summer long. Now this person led me, now mind you, at this point I was very confident in myself. I loved myself, but there's something about this guy that I just needed his approval, that I felt like I just needed him to be like, oh, you're good enough for me. And that's kind of how it was the entire summer. Like, he would be like, oh, we're gonna date when you're my girl, when we're doing this. And literally the end of summer, he messaged me and was like, hey, like, I'm so sorry, I was playing you this entire time, like, I don't want to date you. It was just like a little hee hee ha ha moment for me. And that crushed me so hard. And I had this mindset after we talked for that entire summer that, like, I'm going to play guys before they play me. Which isn't nice. It's very fucking rude of me. And I know that, and I still do that sometimes now. Is that I'll talk to a guy, I'm like, this guy's... Like, I just automatically assume that guys are playing me when they're not. Like, some guys can literally be like, look, I really like you, I think you're this and that, but I just think they're lying to me. And it's the same thing when people give me a compliment. I tend to think that they're lying to me. So I'm like, let's say you were to be like, oh, Taquira, I like your outfit. I would take the compliment, like, oh, like, thank you. But then my mind... in reality, it's like they're telling me they like my outfit because they think it's ugly and they want me to believe that my outfit's cute, but they're just clowning on me. And that is how I think sometimes when guys are like giving me compliments or something like that, or I just automatically think that people are just lying to me constantly. And when guys, oh yeah, like, I really like you, I'm just like, you don't. Like, you're just saying that so I get my hopes up and you're gonna play me. Which, obviously, that's something that I need to work out with in myself, that not everyone is out there to hurt me. And that's another reason why I'm so scared of relationships, is committing to someone, okay? I think I have commitment issues. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I do. It's not that I'm scared of commitment, right? I'm scared of letting someone in my life and then having them just, like, leave. Like, this, I'm scared of heartbreak, because I've had it once before and it crushed me, is with that guy that I talked to for the entire summer. It's just so embarrassing. It literally was only like a couple of months, but like, I never liked someone that much as I liked him. Even now to this day, I think I've never met someone that I'm like, besides like, you know, like my celebrity crushes, obviously Shawn Mendes, Nick Jonas, and Jack Harlow, but that's different. That's a different situation. Also, that was my shoe. Sorry if that distracted you guys. But yeah, I really like this guy, and so I kind of just didn't talk to guys. I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go work on myself even more. I started to just love myself, and I didn't need, like, I never craved a guy's attention after that. Basically, I very much so was like, I love myself, I know my worth, I have standards now when it comes to guys and talking and dating. And to some people, yeah, I guess my standards are pretty high, but it's just because I don't want to be with someone who I just settle for. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have a type. It's very obvious. I like guys that are tall with brown hair, brown eyes, whether their hair is like kind of wavy, curly, short, it doesn't matter. I just like guys with brown hair and brown eyes, tall, because I'm pretty tall. Funny. They need to be funny. They just need to be funny for me, because we can joke back and forth. And like, yeah, but I also have a very hard time with communication, which honestly, that's a lie. No, it is a lie. No, listen, you tell me if I'm lying or not. I am good at texting, which is funny because I have over 100 unread text messages currently on my phone. That's just because I just choose not to reply. And that's on me for being a bad person and mean. I just don't reply to people. And if you're one of those people watching, like, yeah, I fucking texted you last week, why don't you answer? I just choose to answer in my head and not actually reply back. But anyways, I believe I'm really good at texting. Like, if I'm texting a guy, this is my thing. If I'm texting a guy for a whole day, from like morning to night, and I can already know what he's gonna say, why am I gonna keep talking to you? Like, if I'm like, hey, like, how was your day? And they just go, good. And I'm like, oh, like, what did you do? And they go, nothing, how about you? Like, in between this, I'm like, oh, like, I did this today. And I went to work. I went to hang out with my family. I got dinner. I was out with, like, friends. Like, I tell them about my day. I want to know about your day. I just don't want to hear, oh, it's good. How about you? Like, what did you do today? What do you do? What do you want? Like, what do you do? I like talking, like, in-depth conversations. I hate not cookie cutter conversations. It's like boring, but like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite this? It's like, no, I go on Pinterest and I type in deep conversations, and I will use those in conversations because I just want to get to know people. And also, when I do date my next boyfriend, I have this thought because I talked to, obviously, the guy I said the whole entire summer, and I think I got to know him. Maybe it was a fake version of him, probably, but it really made it really hard for me to even talk to guys for a long time. Not long time, for like, guys would be like, after like 2 weeks, be like, oh, like, do you want to like go out or something? And I don't vibe with that. I need to talk to a guy for at least 3 to 4 months before we even date, like, to call it actually official. So this is my thought, right, is to talk to a guy for like 3 to 4 months, just talking. You know, obviously we can like kiss, whatever, but like, I don't want to hook up with a guy until like I know that I love this person. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want to just be fucking guys to fuck them. Not that I've ever done that before, but I'd just rather, you know, actually be in love with someone before I give them a body count, basically. Which, honestly, if you, besties, listen, if you a girl boss and you want to go fuck a guy because you want to fuck him, do it. I support you. That is good on you, besties. I could never. I envy you because I wish, well, I shouldn't say that because my mom might be listening to this podcast. I'm a virgin. I'm Virgin Mary. I'm not married. I'm Virgin Taquira. That's me. That's what they call me in the streets. Anyways. Yeah, that's just how I want. Like, I want to talk to a guy for 3 months after a while of dating. Once we have said I love you to each other, then I'm like, okay, we can fuck. Because I don't want to fuck someone that I'm not in love with. Like, you know what I mean? I just have trust issues. Maybe I don't have trust issues. I don't really care what my person does. Unless it's like cheating, then that bothers me. Don't fucking cheat me, please. And yeah, that's just my thought on that. And I know some people, they're probably like, girlie, are you okay? And the answer is, yeah, I'm perfectly fine. I'm chilling. And it's also another frustrating thing when, like, my love life is a very common topic in my household, in my friend group, and just my life in general. Everyone's like, Taquira, like, when are you going to date someone? When are you going to date someone? And it's like, I don't know. That's the thing, is like, the next person I date, I want to marry them, right? Like, when I'm dating people, I don't date to date. I date to be, okay, like, I can see myself with you for a long time. I can see me having kids with you. I can see you as my future husband, my kids' dads. Like, I want to find that person, and I get people that just want to date to date, but I don't want to date to date. I want to date to have, like, a commitment, like a long-term committed relationship until, like, we die. Like, peace out. But I don't know. I just feel like people just, I don't, like, it's hard to explain because some of the people around me expect me just to date instead of wanting to date for a long term. And I've tried explaining this, and I think it's awesome because I jokingly say, I'm not dating because I'm waiting till Shawn Mendes, or I'm waiting till some celebrity crush. And obviously I'm lying when I'm saying that, but it's just hard for me to like open up to that sometimes, to talking to people, which goes back to commitment. I'm talking, I totally skipped over that. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's go back, let's jump a page back into talking. When it comes to talking to people in person, I'm very shy, I'm very anxious. I feel like I don't know what to talk about, and I kind of just shut down a bit. I'm just kind of like, you want to talk to me, bestie? I don't even know how to talk to you. And I don't know why it's easier for me to talk to someone when it's texting. Because I feel like texting and talking is the same thing. Which I'm trying to get myself to realize that. Because, you know, I just need to realize that talking to people isn't that hard. And I just wish, obviously I have social anxiety. I take medicine for it. But I wish I were able to go out of my way sometimes to talk to people, because I never do. I'm never one to go out of my way to have a conversation with someone. I'm never the one to go up to someone. I did it once in my life and it gave me anxiety. But yeah, I would never go up to someone again. I did it once, I'll never do it again. But yeah, it's a lot easier for me to talk to someone through texting. Now listen, with that being said, I don't want Snapchat to be their main communication. I know nowadays it's so normal for just people like, oh, we only talk on Snapchat, or obviously they're dating, but like Snapchat's their main communication source. I feel like I wouldn't want that. Like, I like texting and FaceTiming. I mean, we can like Snapchat throughout the day, don't get me wrong, but that's our only way of communication. Like, I know people, I know a certain couple that don't have each other's numbers and only rely on Snapchat. I'm like, get it, I guess. Get it, I freaking guess. Yeah. How I want my future relationship to look like, though, in the future, I always think about this. Okay, right next to me, I have a bullet journal. Now, this is my bullet journal from 2020. I honestly just started doing more things in it recently. And I have a page. This is so cringe. Let me find it. The ASMR me flipping through my thing. Right here. If you're watching the video version, oh my god, my handwriting looks so bad. It says, this is 2020 Taquira. Very depressed Taquira. Very much struggling Taquira. But this says, I'll just show you guys. This page right here, it says, building my dream boyfriend. And then right next to it says, words. What does it say? Sweet like honey. But we're going to talk, what 2020 me, new me, right? Obviously, like I said, brown hair, brown eyes. They need to love their family, because I love my family. I'm a very family-oriented person. My family means literally everything to me, okay? And I've said this to my sister Maisha before, that like, before I get married, I want my boyfriend to ask my sister Maisha, my mom, and my little sister Nia for their blessing, basically. Obviously, don't get me wrong, I love my dad, but my dad and I don't quite seem eye to eye when it comes to me dating, and maybe I'll talk about it one day, but right now I just want my mom and my sister's approval with that. And also, another thing about my family is like, when I do talk to someone, I don't plan on telling my family that we're talking until like I know that, okay, like this person that we're gonna date, I should probably tell my family I'm talking to someone. And I also want them to meet my sisters first and then my mom, because I would want them to meet my little sister first and then my sister Maisha and then my mom. And my nephews are a huge part of my life, so obviously at one point they will have to meet my nephews. And if my nephews do not like them, then he has to go. He basically, if my nephew Liam was like, Mo, he ain't it, sis, I'm like, you right. You 4? And you were right, bro. And I got a big look. My nephew said, ain't it, you gotta leave. I'm kidding. Honestly, that's a joke. Unless it was my nephew Miles, because Miles James be knowing stuff. Miles is a middle kid. Always trust middle children, okay? Coming from a I'm about to say former middle kid. I still am the middle kid, okay? Next, the reason why he needs to love his family So I feel like family-oriented people are like the best people to be by. And I just love when I see people with their families. Okay, anyways, tall. I'm 5'8", and obviously height doesn't matter to some people, but to me it personally does. I don't know. I just don't want to be with someone shorter than me. I've tried it in the past, and it just doesn't vibe for me. Obviously, I said funny because, like, I'm funny. They need to be funny so we can have a little hee-hee ha-ha moment together. Adventurous. I love going places. I love traveling. Oh my god, just being with someone who I can, like, travel with will be really fun. These next ones just weren't on. This one's, oh my god, ill. These ones are cringy. Kind, sweet, nice, polite, generous, smart, creative, determined, charming, loves Disney. It says likes Disney, but they don't have to like Disney, but they can't be opposed to one. I'm like, do you want to watch a Disney movie? Do you want to watch Finding Nemo right now? And if they say they hate Disney, then that's an issue that we're gonna have to work out, because I'm a Disney adult. I am a Disney adult. And if you listen to the last episode, you guys will know all about that. All about that. Also, this is episode 4 of this podcast. Isn't that cray-cray? And the last thing says he likes the beach. Because I love the beach. I was actually just at the beach with my mother. But, there's another page in my bullet journal that's called Date Night Ideas. I'll show you guys what it looks like. And obviously, none of them are checked off. So, you could tell how sad this is. But let's just go through my top 10 date ideas from this page. Number 1, going to an aquarium. Like, it gives very after vibes. I think it was after they went to the aquarium. I think it'd be so romantic and so fucking cute. Like, are you kidding me? Number 2, obviously, stargazing. I love stars. I want to go to space so bad. Like, I will do obviously, I don't think you can see stars in space, if I'm correct. I remember someone told me that. Someone was lying to me. If they want to be a freaking liar, that's rude on you. Ice skating during, like, the winter time. That'd be so cute. Like, I'm wearing the cute outfits. Ugh, are you joking? Number 4, going to Disney together. Obviously, you get it. Also, we're going to Florida next year, for my cousin's wedding. And we plan on going to Disney. Oh my god, guys, imagine if I had a boyfriend by that time. That'd be great. That'd be so weird. Not weird. No, it wouldn't be weird. I'm manifesting that. I will have a boyfriend by next year, and we're gonna go to Disney together. Period. Number 5, this is so crazy, but a Disney movie marathon. Hello? Are you kidding? I love that. How about a horror movie night? I love horror movies. Speaking of horror movies, my sister, Maisha, and I are going on our 3rd year annual, well, this will be our 3rd year doing it, weekend where we get together and we watch scary Halloween movies. Last year, her boyfriend Gary was there, and he kind of roasted Maisha, because Maisha and I talk during movies. It was like, yeah, they're really enjoyable, so you guys should keep talking during them. Like, Maisha, like, we're so funny. We're like, who is that? Like, what did that happen? Maisha's like, run! Like, we're like screaming at the TV. And he's just there like, can y'all just shut the fuck up and watch the movie? I respect, though. I respect. Number 7, I have, how about, we got a Nerf gun war. Oh my god, that'd be so fun. That'd be so fun. It's like running around the house with a Nerf gun, like chasing each other. Iconic. Number 3, going on a picnic. That'd be so cute. Like at a little park, or like going on like a hike, and then just like, just have a little picnic here, looking over nature or something like that. Number 9. What am I on? I don't remember what movie I am on, but going to like a pumpkin patch would be another one. Horseback riding. Listen, that'd be so cute. I watch so many couples that go like horseback riding. I'm like, I want to go horseback riding. I used to be a horse girl. We're not gonna talk about that though. Mini golf, like putt. There's actually, this is so embarrassing. I went putt-putting with my little sister Nia and my mom, like maybe a week or 2 ago, and they were like Taquira, we could have like a double date here. But goes Taquira, we could have a little double date here if they want me to date this person. I don't even say their name. It's a whole fucking thing. No, I don't mean it like that. It's not like that. It's just like, oh my god, that sounds so mean. It wasn't like that. I didn't mean for it to come off rude. It wasn't me being rude. It was just me being like, they want me to date this person, but I'm just like, I don't know. I did have a dream about this person. Anyways, never mind. Never freaking mind. Okay, this is so random. But my last podcast episode I did, it was before 4th of July. And during 4th of July, I realized I have a genuine fear of fireworks. And I think I'm also very scared of thunderstorms. I can't do thunderstorms. I literally have panic attacks in them. And I go to my mom crying. Like, I'm not scared of lightning. I'm just scared of thunder. Thunder freaks me out. And it's the same thing with sometimes when I'm watching action movies. There's a lot of like guns going off and like explosions. I get anxiety during it for some reason. And I don't know if it's like I'm like sound sensitive or something. I have no clue. I'm no doctor. This is me describing how I feel. And I went and watched fireworks 4th of July, and I literally had a panic attack, and I felt so bad. But like obviously, like, we stayed for the fireworks. I just sat in my car crying, but it was fine. I think it's just a loud like bang that just freaks me the fuck out for some reason. And almost I have like watching fireworks, but I don't know about that no more. I have no clue about that no more. Yeah, that's honestly all I had in my journal. Obviously there's more in here, like date ideas. I had I'm trying to find the page. Hello. Another cute idea would be going bowling. Obviously, there's a place where we went to for my little sister's boyfriend's birthday. We went glow bowling. It was really fun. Cook together. I love cooking, so I need to be with someone who likes cooking as well, because I truly love cooking. Last time I cooked, I made chicken Alfredo. Back in 2020, I really was like cooking a lot. Like it was, I miss cooking. I said go to a theme park. I have a theme park near me, which I'm not a big fan of. I don't know. People always say you don't have to be a certain age to go to an amusement park and ride rides. But for some reason, I just have this mindset like I'm too old for one, which obviously I'm not, but I don't know. I just have that thought sometimes. Going go-karting would be a really cute one. With snowboarding. I want to go snowboarding so freaking bad. I live near Peak and Peak, which is like a ski resort type winter thing. I think it also have like camping there as well during the summer, early spring, late spring, my bad. But yeah, I would love to go snowboarding, build a snowman. I love winter. Listen, y'all. Let's talk about my future wedding for a second, because I have my wedding planned out. Where is my phone? Okay, I have no clue where my other phone is at the moment. But my ultimate dream wedding, no, that's gonna be the next podcast episode, because I need to make sure that I have everything planned out, because that podcast literally will be packed out how I want my future wedding to be, even though I'm single as fuck. I'm so single. But yeah, I also feel like sometimes I feel like love isn't real. Like, I'm like, how do you know you're in love with someone? Like, what does love feel like? Is that weird to say? Even though, like, I love, like, I feel like I watch Disney movies, like Disney princess movies, and I'm like, how do they know they're in love? Like, so this love, like, how do you know? Like, how does one know when you're in love with someone? Like, do you just get a feeling? Or like, what is love? Can someone explain that to me? Like, sometimes I feel like love just isn't real, and it's just like a made up thing, which is weird, because like I love my family, I love my friends, like I love them, I love my dog, which is another reason why I think I'm single sometimes too, because like I take care, like my dog is my dog, like he's my responsibility. I pay for his bills, for the vet, his food, everything. He's my dog. I got him on my 20th birthday. Yeah, I became a dog mom on my 20th birthday. Like, he's not like he's a family dog, but he's mainly my dog. I bought my dog Moon. You know what I mean? And so that's another thing too, is that like I don't want to leave him. Like, what if I went like, oh, I want to stay at my boyfriend's house for the night and I have to leave my dog? Like, what do I would feel bad for him. That's not fair for him. But also, my mom was like, that can't stop you from dating someone. Like, we're home, like, we can take care of him. But I would just feel guilty if it was like an all the time thing. That's another thing too. Like, my dog has to like the guy that I'm dating. Or if my dog truly does not vibe with the guy I'm dating, then that's just a red flag. Because, like, I don't know, my dog's very loving. My dog loves everyone. But if my dog does not love you, you need to check yourself. You need to just check yourself. Yeah, what was I talking about? Love. Right. Yeah. Sometimes I don't think love is real. Which, I don't know how that is. And I don't... Maybe because I've never been in love, which I feel so bad, because I used to tell guys that I loved them when I never did. Like, I remember I dated this guy. He was like, I love you so much. I was like, love you, but I really didn't mean it. Which is so mean. I also dated a guy for a bag of Cheetos in 6th grade. I remember, listen, it was second period, 9 a.m. I was starving, okay? I did not eat breakfast this day. I'm so hungry. And this guy behind me had this, like, family, you know those family packs, bags of chips that you can get that has, like, Cheetos, salt and vinegar, pretzels, the freaking mixed chip, whatever it's called, like Chex Mix or what I think it is, I don't know. Like, he had one of those bags, okay? And I turned around so quick, I was like, can I get a bag of Cheetos? And he was like, you have to go ask out this one kid in our class, let's call him Brandon. He was like, you have to go ask out Brandon. And I went over to him, I said, hey Brandon, like, do you want to go out with me, please? And he was like, yeah, like, sure. And I went back and I told, let's call him Callum. I was like, Callum, I'm dating Brandon. It's a thing. He's like, Brandon, you guys dating? He's like, yeah. And he's like, hands me my bag of Cheetos. And I go back over to Brandon. I'm like, Brandon, look, it's been fun. It's been really fun, but it's hard for me to do this, but I'm breaking up with you. Man, this is 6th grade, so 6th grade does not count. And he started crying. And his friend goes, you know, he liked you. And I was like, I did not know that. I just wanted a bag of Cheetos at 9 in the fucking morning. And then I moved on with my life. And I've never dated another person for a bag of chips again. I will never do it again. Unless I was in a situation where I was starving. Then maybe I would. Maybe. That's a middle school love story right there for y'all. But you weren't expecting that today. But I don't know what else to talk about my love life. Like, obviously, I want to get married one day. I want to have kids one day. Only 2 kids. I like to have even in my numbers. Listen, I was the middle kid, and growing up with 2 sisters, growing up with 2 sisters, and going to like an amusement park, one of us had to sit alone. And because I was the middle kid, I always had to sit alone. My older sister, my little sister, and then me behind them. Like, it's not fair. So I only want to have like 2 kids, and if I have another kid, then I have to have another kid. So probably 4 kids. And Besties, I am tapping out at 2. Oh, shit. I'm so sorry, guys. I just knocked my camera over. And the audio version probably just messed up too right there. Oh, yeah. I only want to have an even amount of kids. Only 2. I don't even care what gender they are. Like, they can be both girls, 2 boys, a boy and a girl. It doesn't matter. I just want kids one day. And yeah, that's another reason why my person I date needs to be family oriented, because I do want like a family. And it's so fun because like my sister and my sister, we always talk about like when we're like older, and like my little sister has kids, and hopefully when I have kids, that like we're going to plan like family like picnics and vacations and like get-togethers and birthday parties. And that's so funny. She was like, and when we're older, we're gonna be like calling each other, yo, did you get the bread for this? I'm like, yeah, I got the bread. And she's like, then we're gonna go to bed, but gotta do it again next year. And I'm like, dang. You're so right. Yeah, that's all I have for this podcast episode, really. Did I talk a lot about being single? I hope I did. And like, my future goals for myself is to meet someone. I I had a timeline. Sorry, this is not the end. We're talking about something. I had a timeline of how I thought my life was gonna go back in 2020, beginning of 2020, mentioned before COVID. I was like, okay, I'm gonna meet someone this year. We're gonna talk for 3 to 4 months. We're gonna date for like 2 years. Get engaged. After we get engaged, have kids, and then I have to sneeze. Get it. Then get a dog and just go live our lives. And now that I'm like a little bit older, I still would like to have that timeline, but like I'm not rushing love. Like you can't put a time limit on love or like when you get married or your life, because then when that doesn't happen, you're like, oh shit, like now what? And it was just not a good mindset to have at the ATM. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that, because I was like just remembering my timeline that I had for myself back then. But now we are ending the podcast, so this is the last thing I'm gonna say. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed brunch today. Like I said, you guys can go listen to the audio version at Spotify, Apple Music. I think it's on iHeartRadio as well, I'm pretty sure. But you can go click the links below, and if you are listening to the audio version, you should go over to my YouTube channel at Taquira Peoples and watch the video version there. It's always fun over here, and you can just see me in person. Not in person. I said this last time. You can see me through a screen. And I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys next time for brunch. Bye!